Alright, hello again. This is Bob with Bob's Leatherworks in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm going to do an overview today of some of the products that I make, holsters and gun belts in particular. And because I happen to have 3 rigs that are going to get picked up by their customer tomorrow, 1 holster, 2 holsters and 2 rigs, then I figured I would show them off to you, do some show and tell you a little bit about how they're finished, how I make them, and so on and so forth. Now, black doesn't show up very well, so I'll keep turning it around to the light so you can pick up some details and highlights. This is going to show up well. This is a Smith & Wesson 686, and this particular one is the 7-rounder. Let me see, get this around for you. There you go. There's your 7-round 686 with a non-fluted barrel. This is one beautiful gun. There she is right there. Now, this gentleman always gets the same type of a holster from me. And this one was a little tricky for some reason, the way in which this particular style grip is shaped. I decided to open it up quite a bit as far as the holster and gun combination was concerned, and I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Here's the holster itself. I keep turning it to the light because the black just wants to soak up everything, and here's some highlights. I make these style holsters finished with a groove that's all smoothed out for 1.5-inch belts. Here's the detail right there, okay, up against this background. There it is. And I put a bend on it, and then it comes around and comes right through this front piece right here that is opened up. Again, it's hard to show. Oh, there it is right there. There's some detail right there. And I stamped an eagle into this one. Let me see if I can show that off. There's the eagle right there. Eagle's right in the front of the holster. There's some detail right there to show you the shape. This holster was wet formed once, and then the gun sat in it overnight until it began to dry most of the way. And then now, as you will see, it is pretty much zero retention with some amount of touch, maybe 1 or 2%. There's the eagle again. And now, to show you, right there, I left the trigger guard out on this one a little bit in the back. And that way, when you go for this gun, you will see that this is open up in here. Let's turn it around. Okay, and there's a better look right there. So when your hand comes around for it, in it goes. There's your finger out, and as she comes out real quick and easy. Alright. Smith & Wesson 636, 7-round 357 FBI style high-rise holster. You need a very tough belt to hold this gun up in place next to your side. You do not want this flopping over on you. You don't want to even know it's there until you go for it. This leather is finished with shoe polish. I dyed it, let it dry 2 days, came back over it with shoe polish, then I buffed it out with a wet rag, and now it's got a real soft, mellow, waterproof finish on it. In fact, there is your other belt loop. There's your angle right there. Belt loop is formed by the top of the holster The way that this piece comes down is all one piece coming through here. This is all machine sewed. This holster will last a very, very long time. It is stamped on the back side with 686-6, gun's model number, and my stamp, Bob's Leatherworks, made in the USA. Alright, let's move on to the next item coming right up. Okay. Alright. This is a dark brown behind the back holster for a 1911. My gun is a 5-inch auto ordnance 45 ACP. Now, sometimes you can, when you look at them from the front, you can get them mixed up in your head, but this is a behind the backer. Now, this belt slot right here is the one that is going to go through your belt as it comes around, and the holster is going to sit just like this on your back. Okay, upside, the gun's going to be upside down, and a little, there we go. I was going to say I was a little too tight, but I'm not. So this is how the gun sits in the holster, or the gun sits in the holster on your back, and you have got a great big area to put your hand in here and pull your gun out. This one here has some retention on it, but it will loosen up as time goes by. The weight of the gun will hold it in the holster. Alright, there's another eagle right there. Just like my customer always likes. He likes that eagle stamped in the front of his holsters. I got 1911-5 stamped right here. Okay. Alright, here we go. And my stamp is up in the front on this one. Alright. This holster is a standard by your side solid leather 1911 5-inch holster. Right there. There's the eagle. Okay, there's the shape of the gun inside the holster. Here's that smoothed out round 1.5-inch belt slot. And then here is the other one. Belt comes up through here, comes across. What you do is you put your pant belt loop right in the middle, and when this is on you, it can't slide. And again, you need a tough belt to hold this holster close to your side. And since it's new, a small amount of retention is kept. There it is right there. A small amount of tension is kept. Okay. And you also, to know when you are wearing this, after about a couple of hours, the first time you wear it, the heat of your body will transfer into the gun and the holster, and eventually they'll become so slick it'll be hard to get in, or it won't be hard to get in and out at all. Nice and smooth and quick. I can feel this one grabbing onto the gun as it goes in, so I need to yank it a little bit. There you are. Auto Ordnance 1911. Okay. Now, here comes something a little more to where the Western fans are going to like it. Here it comes right now. Alright. You are looking at, and hard to see actually because of the black. What's worse is black and white in the same frame. Okay. This is, there she is right there, cross draw. Okay. This is the gun made by Ruger that has the convertible cylinders. 45 long Colt, 45 ACP. This is not an easy gun to get your hands on right now. You're going to have to wait for them if you order one of these. Let's get a little bit better on the light. There's my customer's eagle again on this strap, holster strap. Okay. Here are this is the retention thong. This is really hard to see because of the black, so I hope you guys can figure it out. This is the back end of the holster, or the hammer thong. This comes off. It can slip. Okay. And back on the hammer. Okay. All my gun belt rigs come apart. Here's the back side. I'm going to flop this over. Here's the back side of this holster. Coming into the camera frame. Okay. Alright. There's snap here. We'll undo holster snap, the holster strap. Okay. And if you come down here, you can undo this, open this up. Also on this holster rig, I put a ledge underneath the back flap right here. And I think you can see it in here. This engages the belt and will not allow the holster to be pulled up off the belt when you are pulling out the gun. Let's get this gun out of the holster right now. As you see, there isn't much retention on this one at all. Let's come down here, show you the bullet loops. Okay. There are 12 bullet loops on this gun belt. 2.5 inches wide, lined with black suede. Very, very heavy suede, by the way, to grab onto your pants. Just like that. Now you're seeing the snap back here on the other side of this gun belt. I made my customer, let's get this gun out of the way. Okay, I made my customer a cylinder pouch for his 45 ACP or 45 long Colt. It's got a Sam Browne button closure on it, which just you punch a hole in the leather and a couple of cuts, and it goes back on. This gun is new, so there is light change because of the yellow. There is his 45 AC. This is the long Colter, I can tell because the recesses are in here. This is the 45 long Colt cylinder, and the 45 ACP is in the gun. And there's the cylinder right there. Okay. Back in there again. Let me put this protective piece on here. I also put a piece of suede on the back of this Sam Browne holder to protect the cylinder from the metal. And then here comes the circle that Ruger provides. And we'll put the little dog ears back in the slots. And back together again she goes. Alright, so there we go. Let's put this gun back in its holster. There we go, like that. And we pull down on the hammer thong, and away she goes to the floor. Okay. Now, here comes a 22 rig. This one, it's got my gun in it, but it was made for a gun with a shorter barrel. So you can see that the barrel of my 6.5 inch Ruger single 6 is sticking out on the end. And this gentleman wanted, it's a different client than the other client. This man wanted white thread sewn onto his holster and gun belt, so I had to dye the leather first. This is showing up an awful lot better. It's got some white and brown in it than the other pieces did. Alright, here is my Ruger 6.5 inch barreled single 6 from the 1960s. This is a great old gun. Here she is right there. Alright, this has a standard holster strap on it. happens to be lined with brown suede, which helps grip your pants real well. There is a clip-cornered buckle. This one is nickel, with the matching nickel Chicago screws that are holding on the underside and of this belt combination. And this is a Ranger. Just got out of the way for a moment. This is the classic Ranger overlap closure. This piece, the larger piece, goes inside the loop, and you put this through here and buckle her down. Now, I don't ordinarily do this for clients, but I did it for this man. Put about something like 30 22 caliber bullet loops on here, sewn on. A real pain to do, but I did it. Okay, this one's got a brown kiwi neutral shoe polish finish on it. And that's this rig. Okay, let me show you this thong keeper. I think it's going to come up better. Yeah, it'll come up a lot better here. The black rig I showed you earlier has the same system on it. This is your hold piece right here. Then there's this loop here. Loop goes on the hammer like that. Then you yank down on it from the back. And you got two knots. You got a knot back here and a knot front here to form this loop, and then this is tied to the loop. So when you put your gun back on, you hang down on it and it grabs on. When you want to loosen it, you take a hold of these, pick it up, and throw it off to the side, and you're ready to draw. That's how that works. Again, all my rigs come apart. This one, see, it's just running through the two slots in the bottom. Here's the initials for the customer, SL, my stamp here, okay, and then a standard buckle in the front. Rolled out throat for quick and easy draw, and a cut down for fast draw. And this, of course, is a drop loop Buscadero rig as opposed to the over the belt that you saw on the cross draw. Okay. This rig comes out of the way, and we're saving the best for last, I think, anyway. Here comes a brand new model of the Bearcat from Ruger. This is the 22 Bearcat that Ruger just came out with, which is a 3-inch barreled stainless steel gun. Okay, it has a non-fluted cylinder, as you can see, and it's engraved. They're calling it the new Bearcat, and it is one beautiful little gun with a bird's head type of a grip on it, just like that. She's absolutely gorgeous. Very hard gun to get. You have to wait a long time once you've ordered one of these. Okay. This is my primary customer again, and he wanted a nice little Western holster for it. So I made him one with a 2-inch belt to scale everything correctly. And before I put that back in there, show you again, it's got a snap-back holster strap. There is my customer's initials and my stamp here, right there. JRP, the mysterious JRP. And here is a tie for this. You're not going to get a leg thong out of a rig like this. And here is the hammer thong system for it. Again, this holster, this one here, this is a lot easier to see on this one. Every over-the-belt rig that I make, I now put this little ledge. Angle, it's hard to see. Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. There it is. There's that ledge in there. And that ledge is attached to the back flap, and this belt rides right through that notch. It keeps the holster from pulling up on the belt when you draw the gun. Again, this one is suede lined. There's that contrasting dark brown suede sewn onto this rig with brown nylon bonded thread. Here comes the gun, and there is a great little looking piece right there, just like that. This is a brown spit shine type of a finish with kiwi neutral shoe polish. Isn't that pretty? That really came out nice. I am very proud of this rig. Okay, coming around here, there's more, but wait, there's more. Here comes a bullet loop case, or not a bullet loop case, a bullet case. This one here has the same type of a Sam Brown holder on it. See, with a punch out, okay, and 2 slots. And you can dump 100 rounds or more of 22 long into this box, this leather box. There it is right there. Put these little dog ears back in there if you want to use them, and close up the pouch. So you can close the pouch without much resistance. And then this one snaps on and snaps off the belt, just like that. Okay. This is again a Ranger overlap belt. Here's my customer's initials, JRP, right here. And again, if you are demonstrating a closure on this, okay, this goes under here, and this one comes right over the top, just like that. Just buckle right through it. I don't want to put any marks on this until he comes to pick this up tomorrow. Okay. So that is all these rigs. Now, one more thing I want to show you before I end this video. Let me get this rig put back together again and slip it up out of the way. Okay. When I make rigs for people out of town, I use 3 different guns. Alright? Not this one. Alright. There's this one. And this one. And I have to jump up for half a second and grab my other gun. Right now I own 3 different handguns. Okay, this is a auto ordnance 5-inch, and if you want anything shorter as far as a holster for me to make it for you when you are out of town, I can do that. I can just cut my patterns down for the barrel lengths on your guns. Ideally, if I have a gun and I can make a holster for it, and you're a local in the Raleigh-Durham area, or in the surrounding area, and you want to bring me your gun and I keep it in a lockbox, then I can make your rig for you with your real gun. So this is the 45 ACP. This is my Ruger Single 6 from the 60s. Again, I have made 22 rigs for people out of town using this gun as far as the cylinder area and the trigger guard system. So I can make you for 4 5/8, 4 3/4, or even a 3-inch on 22. Okay, and this is my Uberti Peacemaker Clone Model P. This is the same model gun that Scott Glenn was carrying in Silverado. And I make an awful lot of Cowboy Fast Draw action holsters with this gun, and regular duty type utility, not really duty, but utility type 22 rigs for guys around the country. I don't need your Peacemaker clone gun, your Uberti or Colt. Beretta makes one too, the Stampede. So if you've got one of those and you want a heavy duty utility rig for me, then I can use this gun to make it. One word about drop loop, the 22 rig that you saw before, as opposed to over the belt, which was the black rig with the white grip. Many people who are carrying guns almost on a regular basis, on a daily basis on their property, and they're riding horses or they're riding ATVs, it turns out that cross draw is much more practical than drop loop. Drop loop is Hollywood stuff, you know, for fast draw, hanging on your leg, you know, being easier to see and so on. But if you are working and you're carrying a Western frame gun on an ATV or a horse, having it up high and off to your left or right, depending upon whether you are left or right-handed, in a cross draw setup is a lot more practical for you. So it's something to think about when you are looking to order a rig. I make them heavy, I make them strong, durable, and right out of the box they'll fit on you perfectly if you give me your right size. So that's about it. Thanks for watching. If you've got questions, you'll find my phone number and my website information on the titles to the video. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Here is the remote control for the camera. Bye bye now.